You're watching the 2025 SCAC Fall Media Days. Today, we're taking a dive in the Concordia University women's soccer program. The Tornadoes will once again be led as they head into the season under the guidance of head coach Andy Tunnicliffe, along with leadership from junior Lily Cherry and senior Payton Matthews and coach Lily. Payton, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll open things up with you. Going into this second season in the SCAC, coming off an outstanding opening campaign in this new league with a 7-2-1 mark in conference, SCAC semifinalists. What did you learn about the league going through that first season, and how did that kind of shape the preparation and kind of the plan coming into preseason this year?
I think the season was as we expected it. We had a lot of seniority in the team. We've been working together. We had 50 seniors in there last year, brought in a really good group. We're quite familiar with the SCAC. We play a lot of the teams in non-conference prior to being part of the SCAC, so there's no surprises. We knew exactly what we were coming up against. So it went as expected. We got to the semi-final. I don't think anybody expected us to do that. They didn't really know anything about us, but we did, and we learned more about ourselves as a team because we pushed as hard as we could. And this year is a little bit different because we've, obviously got pretty much a new squad together. So last year was important, but this is a fresh start right now for us.
Lily, coming into your junior season, it's been fun following your career, coming back into the fold last year, battling through injury, being a part of this squad and a big sophomore year. Now coming into this junior season, kind of how have you seen your role change within this group in your first year as an upperclassman, and just what are you looking forward to most as you enter this junior campaign?
Yeah, I really came in trying to fine-tune my capabilities and finding my place on the team and being able to work with other people to reach our fullest potential. And now that I'm an upperclassman, just trying to do the same and cultivating an environment where everyone is successful and just really uplifting my teammates.
Payton, coming into your senior season, you alongside your teammate there, Lily, captains of this group, such an honor. I'm interested what that responsibility means to you personally, and just, what's your mindset as, one of the senior leaders with this group coming into this season?
It means a lot. We had a lot of upperclassmen last year, so you didn't really feel like one because there were so many above you coming into the season, and just having that role is because everyone looks at you, you're that example. And so it's really awesome to just be that example for people. Yeah.
Coach, I'm interested because kind of the growth from the end of the fall last season through the spring season, through the summer. How did that kind of set up the energy coming into preseason? What did you see in terms of the growth from a team that you knew was going to be a much different roster from those returners? How did that kind of help set the table coming into this new year?
Well, I think obviously last year, having so many upperclassmen, moving so many out, we knew we had a really good young group underneath that, and then the seniority with the likes of Lils and Pate, who are more than ready to step up and take on those leadership roles. But it was really exciting to see the younger players figure so much during the season and do so well. So, our focus on the spring season was to concentrate on what areas we need to look at and hone in on with regards to taking us to the next level. All right. And a lot of it is just about what we can do within our team and our environment and the culture within the group. So we spent a lot of time as a team in the spring in really good meetings and discussions, as well as being out on the field and working on the technical side of the game. Just cultivating that, because we know we have the talent. We know that numbers are always going to be a bit of an issue as far as depth with numbers, but the quality and the athleticism and the talent's not in question. So add that with an ever-improving environment and focus on what really matters to get teams over the line, and we're excited to try and go one better.
Lily, when classmates of yours, peers across campus, fans, the supporters of this program here, Concordia women's soccer, what do you hope that they associate that with? And, what are some of the qualities that you feel are really a part of this team culture and are felt across campus?
Probably most notably our tenacity, grit, relentlessness, our refusal to give up even when things get hard and to just come back even better. We're constantly working to achieve a new level throughout the season. We're never stagnant and we're always going to move forward.
Payton, we've kind of gotten through sort of that initial parts of the preseason, now moving into game week on the horizon. I'm just interested, kind of, what's the energy like in the locker room right now? What's the vibe like? How excited is this group to kind of finally get a chance to line it up and get this season underway?
The energy is really, really great. We have a really young crew. So everyone's so excited. Like a bunch of freshmen, they just had like some of their first games. And so it's just bringing that energy into the next games. Everyone's very, very excited. And we have UMHB coming up, and that will be a difficult game. And we're really looking forward to like that challenge and just the challenges that are to come. And the energy is very, very good.
Coach, it seems like it's a fun blend with this team of you kind of have this core veteran group that the two sitting beside you who are so important for their leadership piece. And then obviously, as you said, a big group of incoming newcomers. What does that do in terms of kind of the energy of the roster when you have that many newcomers to your program? And what have you seen from that group as they start to acclimate to your program and get prepared for their first year at Concordia?
You never know what you're going to get, really, do you? Because until you spend every day with each other, going through the ups and downs of a season, you never really know what people's true characters and personalities are like. So we've only been together for just over a week, and we've had a few training sessions, 2 or 3 scrimmages, and we're really excited about this group. There's some real characters in there. They've already played against some very, very tough opposition. We've spent a lot of time together in a short space of time, and we can see that we've got some lively characters. We can see that we've got some young players who have got that kind of fearless energy to them, which is exactly what we wanted. The talent's not in question because, we only bring in players here that we know have got the potential to do what is required at this level. So, yeah, I mean, they've made it really easy, to be honest, this first week because of the people we've got in there. Everyone's kind of blended together really, really quickly. They're getting along. There's never a dull or quiet moment with this group already, we can see. And I think, having 2 calmer heads like the girls that are next to me here helps, because they've been there and done it already, and they're ready to, give their influence to the group and keep everybody focused. So, yeah, it's an exciting group for sure.
Lily, finally, as we wrap up with you, just with this, excitement coming into the season, when you've sort of thought about it as one of the leaders of this team in terms of success, what to you and kind of looks like success for this season? What are you hopeful for this group going into 5?
Unity, us playing as a team and capitalizing on our strengths and just putting our best foot forward. We have a great group of girls right now, and they all bring specific things to the table that they do really well. And it's just capitalizing on those things, and it can make for a great season.
And Payton, finally wrapping up with you, senior captain, such an exciting time going into this your final year with this program. What do you hope to kind of leave along with the rest of your senior class as sort of an impact, especially with such a big group of newcomers? How do you hope to sort of leave your mark within this season?
I hope to just leave I feel like all the seniors are very determined this season to like bring the energy and bring the like relentlessness we have. I feel like just having I feel like just leaving those like qualities with the team and just making sure that they come up with those and nothing leaves with us. It all just like stays with them.
Finally wrapping up with Coach, on the precipice of the start of this new season. It's such a unique time of the year, so exciting. Giving you the last word here as we wrap things up. What do you want fans, supporters to know as they sort of set the table, get ready for the start of this new season to come out and support this group? What are you looking forward to most overall coming into the year?
I think for our fans, the people that come out and support us, obviously, is patience, because we've got to spend the next 2, 3, possibly 4 weeks really, really maximizing the time that we've got together to understand the systems and the roles that we want everyone to play. That takes time and that takes games. So we've got a lot of patience within the group, and we're working diligently to make sure we're ready for the start of the season. So anybody that watches us just needs to know that we give 100% every day, and there's nothing less than that is really acceptable. So, yeah, excited to get out there for them and put on displays. We've already showed what we're capable of in the games we've played, but there's a lot more to come, and that's exciting. With regards to the season, always, we know what we're capable of. We know what we're coming up against. We always have a tough pre-season. We don't like to take the easy road here. Everything's earned. So we know that we can have another successful season if we get it right and we have the right people with the right level of attitude and approach. There's no doubt about that. And the girls have used the word relentless several times. That really makes me happy, because that's a word that we throw around a lot. And it's something that we're really focusing on here, because without that, really, you've not got much. So anyone that watches us needs to know that that's what we'll be doing. We'll be relentlessly working hard to have another successful, fun season.
Concordia University head women's soccer coach Andy Tunnicliffe, along with captains Lily Cherry and Payton Matthews. The Tornadoes and Coach Tunnicliffe will open up the 2025 campaign when they take on Mary Hardin Baylor on August 29th. Coach, Lily, Payton, thanks so much for your time today. Best of luck as you march forward throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you.